Separating the truth from the lies, coming at you from underneath the Newton, Georgia, heavily chemtrailed, sun-simulated sky. You're about to receive a dose of the shock treatment. How can people think that chemtrails don't exist, that a sun simulator can't exist, when the rise of AI and the super technology and the Internet of Things and all things wicked is coming to fruition at a rapid clip? Can a robot be a priest? In Robata Christi, why robots can never be Catholic priests. Franciscan sister Ilia Delio said Catholicism should reimagine the priesthood and consider robots. Once a man is ordained a priest for the Catholic Church, and this is also getting embraced by certain parts of the Protestant realm, so don't think this is just relegated to Catholicism, those who are quick to bash Catholics. Alright? Because I've had enough of that, and I think I'm going to put them on blast next, or soon enough. But he acts according to the Catechism of the Catholic Church, in persona Christi Capitis, in the person of Christ the head. During your ordination ceremony, the priest's hands are anointed with oil. See, that's the thing. You can't worship a robot or have a robot do God's business. I'm about my Father's business. You can't have a robot doing that. A robot's not going to be anointed, number one. It's satanic, number two. So it's talking about how a priest gets, priest's hands are anointed with oil. He lies prostrate on the ground to symbolize the laying down of his life, and the bishop's hands are laid on his head. Like baptism and confirmation, ordination leaves an indelible mark on the priest's soul. During his priesthood, the priest uses his mouth to preach and to speak the words blessing and consecration. His hands to elevate and distribute the Eucharist. Yes, I go to Mass every week. Now, what's this about a robot? What if it was a robot priest? In an interview with Fake News Vox, well, they're fake news when it comes to all things conservative and Christian, things like that. You know, pretty much like the things with Trump and the election. Because overall, Vox, I've already said my piece about them and other freaking New World Order leftist rags. But sometimes, you know, the devil tells the truth, you know, or, you know, sometimes he has to confess a little bit of the truth sometimes. And mostly the devil likes to lie or mix truth with lies. So you got to watch out for things like Vox. But I wouldn't put a pass to this because, you know, there's a lot of talk in preaching about the Antichrist. An image will be set up in the image of the Antichrist, and it will be worshipped, and it will talk and cause people to be killed. So a lot of speculation in theology is that it'll be a robot. So this goes hand in hand. So it talks about Franciscan sister Ilia Delio, who holds the Josephine C. Connolly Endowed Chair of Theology at Villanova University, said that Catholicism should reimagine the priesthood and consider robots instead of or alongside men. Don't kid yourself. Don't think this is just Catholics, all right? Because this is also going to affect other denominations as well, if you accept it, if they accept it. As for me, I'm not going to any church that has a freaking robot preaching, that's for sure. So this Catholic theologian wants gender-neutral robot priests to tackle church's sexual abuse. So they want to put robots in place of humans, because humans are subject to error. That's what this is thinking. You know, but they're leaving out the fact that communists and Luciferians have infiltrated the church to give the church a bad name, much like they infiltrated our government, our schools, and our universities. They failed to leave that out. It's not real Catholics that are doing it. These are wolves in sheep's clothing Catholics infiltrating the church. They left that part out. That's why they got sexual abuse. It ain't the genuine Catholic priest. It's the ones making the church look bad. But take a look at this. And it's the ones that infiltrate the church. There's articles about that, these jackasses. Just like when they talk about climate change, they leave out the 800-pound gorilla in the room and the elephant in the sky, the chemtrail and the geoengineering. Unbelievable. So there's this, a gender-neutral robot they want to take the place of priests. Are you kidding me? Meanwhile, the Buddhist temple over there, I think it was Japan, is preaching to the congregation, the Buddhist congregation. You kidding me? Unbelievable. So AI is going to be everywhere. That's the point of all this. And whether or not the Catholic Church accepts this remains to be seen. Whether or not this goes over into Protestantism, whether or not we just know that AI is everywhere. It's the talk of the town right now, because something big, wicked this way comes. Something wicked this way comes, and it's called the New World Order. The beast system rising, the 5G, the Internet of Things, the fiber optics in the ground, the backbone of 5G to bring it into your home and radiate the shit out of you. Oh yeah, the Li-Fi, the Y-Gig, it's all here, folks. All that we're waiting for next is the rapture if you're pre-trib. If not, then we go through the tribulation. And any way you slice it, Jesus is coming. And but before that, so is the Antichrist. That's where all this is leading to. That's where all this is leading to, folks. So robot priests, robot preachers, hell, man, zombie peoples. We got a zombie nation. It's unfreaking believable. Cognitive dissonance. Freaking communist governor in California banning, suspending students for being unruly. I mean, it's just an out-of-control world, folks. Get your soul right with Jesus. Because if you're not a believer when you leave this earth, terra firma, you will be. When you meet your Maker and realize you do have a Maker, his name is God Almighty, and he pulls the lever and he says, going down, because you denied him. Jesus says, deny me before the Father, and Jesus says he will deny you before, Jesus says, deny him before men, and he'll deny you before the Father. Period. End of story. So I hate for you to hear those words. Going down? No! As you plunge to your death in hell. That truly would be a shock treatment for all eternity.